In 1872, a ship was discovered drifting in the middle of the ocean. The cargo was still there. The food was still on the table. But every single person on board had vanished. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just an empty ship floating in silence. This was the mystery of the Mary Celeste, one of the strangest unsolved maritime mysteries in history. On November 7, 1872, the ship Mary Celeste left New York Harbor. Its captain was Benjamin Briggs, an experienced sailor trusted by his crew. On board were Captain Briggs, his wife, his young daughter, 7 crew members. Their destination was Genoa, Italy. The ship carried over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. At first, everything seemed perfectly normal, but weeks later, something strange happened in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. On December 4th, another ship called the Dei Gratia spotted a strange vessel drifting aimlessly. As they got closer, the crew realized it was the Mary Celeste. Something was terribly wrong. The ship was moving slowly, but no one was controlling it. When sailors boarded the ship, they were shocked. The entire crew had disappeared. What made the mystery even stranger was what they found on board. The cargo was untouched. Food and supplies were still there. Personal belongings were left behind. The captain's cabin looked normal, but one thing was missing: the lifeboat and the ship's navigation equipment. It was as if the entire crew had suddenly abandoned the ship. But why? What made the mystery even stranger was what they found on board. The cargo was untouched. Food and supplies were still there. Personal belongings were left behind. The captain's cabin looked normal, but one thing was missing: the lifeboat and the ship's navigation equipment. It was as if the entire crew had suddenly abandoned the ship. But why? Over the years, many theories have tried to explain what happened. Some believe the crew feared an explosion from the alcohol cargo. Others think a sudden storm frightened them into abandoning the ship. Some even suggest pirates or supernatural forces. But none of these theories have ever been proven. The fate of Captain Briggs and his crew remains unknown. More than 150 years later, the mystery of the Mary Celeste remains unsolved. An entire crew vanished without a trace. No answers, no evidence, only questions, and an empty ship drifting through history. So the question remains: what really happened on board the Mary Celeste?